Hi, welcome to Co-Teach University. My name is Mr. Co. Let's get started. All right, today's video is about checking payments and updating the Have People Paid Google spreadsheet. Today's video is intended for students that are studying to become the CEO, realtor, lifecycle, and tax. All right, so what I'd like you to do is log into the Co-Teach University My Kids Bank account, which is located here. We are going to pretend for this video to log in as the realtor. You, if you're studying to be a CEO, tax, or life cycle, you would log in as that username and password. And as a friendly reminder, if you forgot, check the introduction course, that video. All right, so we logged in as a realtor. We can tell by this right here. And as the realtor, I need to check rent. So the great thing about My Kids Bank is right here. If I just click right that blue underlined number, it pulls up this screen. And this shows all the information regarding rent. All right, so I'm just going to focus on student A as an apple. So student A paid September rent $735. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to pull up the Have People Paid spreadsheets. Student A, you're going to type as the realtor the rent. So how much that student has paid. And you would do that. You would continue on to student B. And these actually would be out of order in terms of the real class, but for the purposes of this video, student B, you go here, 735, 735, and so on. I want to move over to the tax. Now I'm not going to log in as the tax because that takes too much time, but the tax person would have the same login access, so we would do the same thing. So we're going to click on here, and let's look for student A as an apple. Student A paid September tax $383.76. So $383.76. $383.76. So as the tax person, one of your duties is to write down what students have paid in terms of taxes. And you would continue down the line. Now, if somebody did not pay, so say for example rent or taxes, you would just simply leave it blank. So for example, we'll pretend that student C didn't pay rent and we would leave it blank. And again, for taxes, if they did not pay taxes, just leave that blank. So let's move on to the life cycle. Again, we're not going to log in as a life cycle, but we'll just pretend like we did. The life cycle person would have the same access, so they would click in here and have all the information. So student A, we're going to focus on A as an apple, $92. Now if we go to the Have People Paid spreadsheet, if you notice, it's already there. The reason why it's already there is during the life cycle, the life cycle person, which you are training to be if you're the life cycle person, you are actually typing this during the life cycle. So how do we determine if they paid? You simply want to just highlight it or fill it, if you will, with a color. It's up to you what color, but I would suggest to make it, consistent. So if it's green, make it green. All right, so if, for example, the life cycle they don't pay, you're going to not highlight it. So for example, the student C, let's say they didn't pay rent, taxes, or life cycle, it would look like that. If someone's absent for the life cycle, just simply write absent. Cool. So let's head back into our presentation. And just some things to remember as we close out. If you are the realtor or tax, please make sure to type the amount that they have paid. And if you're studying to be the life cycle person, go ahead and highlight the amount that the life cycle that the person paid. Also, rent or taxes. Say, for example, the student A didn't pay taxes. You would just leave it blank. As far as life cycle, if this student did not pay taxes, go ahead and not highlight that. So leave that kind of not highlighted. And finally, if someone's absent for the life cycle, they weren't able to spin it, just go ahead and type in absent. All right, that kind of wraps it up for today. And remember, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world, according to Nelson Mandela. Thank you so much.